Hello, welcome to scr1tno Knitting Project podcast. Today is Sunday the 21st of April and this is episode 16. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family and my 3 cats and a dog, so I may get interrupted this morning, although it's quite early on the Sunday morning, so they may still all be in bed. It's really sunny as well, so I'm hoping the lighting's okay. I apologise if it's not. I've had to shut one blind because that was blinding me, and I've got the one over my head open, so hopefully the lighting will be okay. Welcome to any of my returning viewers, and hello to any of my new viewers. Thank you for checking out my podcast. Okay, so we're completely off project now. This week I've not done my knitting project at all. I do a project which is a 6-day rolling rotation of whips, which helps me get through my whips. This week has more been a case of let's cast on all the new things. But you'll see as I'm going through, hopefully hoping to keep this quite quick today, to be fair. So let's go straight into admin. We have 2 cows going on. We have a Penguono cow and we have a May Mini Madness cow, which actually doesn't finish till August, but it starts in May. So I thought, well, let's go with it. Now the Mini Madness Mal is going to be a make along for Scrappy projects, and I'll post all the rules and regs in the chatter thread at some point. There is a chatter thread that's open now, so we can chat about what we're planning on making, but no cast-ons till the 1st of May, please. I'm calling it a make along at the moment because I'm happy for you, if you're a spinner, you can spin minis and then make those minis into a project, and that would be 2 entries. So you get an entry for spinning your minis and you get an entry for what you've knitted as well. So happy for spinning, weaving, knitting, crochet, anything that's scrappy, anything that uses little bits of yarn, perfect. And the Penguono Mal. Now the Penguono Mal was a way of motivating me to finish my Penguono, and as you might see, I may have a bit of a finished object later on in this episode, maybe. So I'm going to run that until I think the end of June, because I know at least a couple of people that are doing them, and I know they are quite epic projects. I'm also willing to extend that till the end of August as well. So we'll see. Get back to me if you want to take part and you haven't even started yet. Let me know, because I can keep it open till the end of August. So yeah, that's the Penguono make along that we've got as well. So we've got a Ravelry group. If you search scr1tno under the knitting tab, under the groups tab even, on Ravelry, you will find our group. I have a lovely moderator in there, Katie, who is brilliant about replying. I read everybody's comments, I just don't necessarily have the time to reply to them all. I will try to get back to you all at some point. You can find me as scr1tno on Instagram and Ravelry, and I'll be really grateful if you could like and subscribe to this video down there. Which also reminds me, because I always forget to say this, there are show notes. There will be show notes below this video. Hopefully not extensive show notes this week, because I'm trying to keep this one quite short. If you want to see what the normal format of the podcast is, go back a couple of episodes. But I will be off project now, probably until September. And then in September I will get on it. And normally in September I look at all the whips I've cast on during this period where I'm off project and go, I need to go back on project so I can get some of these things finished. So let's go into the knitting. I'm going to start with a finished object because I am obviously wearing my Penguono. I have finished my Penguono and I absolutely adore it, and so far I can wear it without sneezing. I am going to stand up so I can give you a little spin in it. This is the front. I don't have much room in here, so I can't go too far back. Sides. I love the construction of it. Back, which hopefully you can see. Love these welts. It's quite long. It does fall below my bottom. And it's nice and wide. It does go a couple of times sort of round, but I'll just probably wear it open fronted. You can wear it upside down as well, because Stephen West really is that clever. So this is Stephen West's Penguono. And the yarn I've used is all Woolly Goodness yarn. It's got many different fingering bases. So some's got stellina, some's got bamboo, some's got silk. but it's all fingering, and it's done with 2 strands of fingering held together with 1 strand of mohair. And now I've got it finished, I absolutely adore it, and it's going to be perfect for sitting out on chilly summer evenings. So yeah, so I finished my Penguono. It's got an I-cord. Here we go, look, I'll give you a close-up. It has an I-cord edging, and this I-cord edging, this is the bottom, goes all the way round. It's an epic I-cord, and I think it took me 2 days to get it done. So yeah, that was, and this is where you do a wrap and turn. Oh, not wrap, just turn. You don't wrap, just turns. Do the short row shaping for the collar, which I really like. I quite like it. Gives a little bit of detailing on it. So this is my finished object of the week, and I'll be honest and say most of my knitting time was done getting this completed, because once I got onto the collar, literally the end was in sight. I was like, I really want to get this done. So that's my finished object of the week. My finished object of the week is my Penguono. I absolutely love it. I would totally recommend it. It's such a clever construction, the way it's done. Stephen West really is a genius. I'd also recommend Jenny's yarn, Woolly Goodness yarn, because this is super soft and squidgy. So nice, I love it. So it's very clever the way it's done. I would definitely knit another one. 100% I would knit another one. 100% I would knit another one without mohair. I'm tempted to knit kind of a plain one, but with just the I-cord edging. There's a pop of colour. Right, so I'm going to leave it on for now, but we will see, bearing in mind that it's very hot up here, how long it lasts. So my first whip is living in my sheep bag by Busy Pottering, and it is the Understated sweater by Locatelli, and it's from Interpretations Book 6, and it's a boxy style sweater with some rib detail on the sleeves, and I did quite well with this week. I have slightly concerned about losing my stitches off my needles, but I have, there we go, I have joined in the round. So I've done the shoulders and the back of the front, and I'm now going round and round and round in circles. And this is the flower crown colourway by Stranded Dyeworks. See if I can give you just a bit of a close-up of that. It's really pretty. It's such a pretty yarn in real life. And it's a boxy style sweater. Now that's where I was last week, and I have done the rest of this. So between that and my Penguono, nothing else got much love. And I spent a lot of time, if you can see this, again, trying not to, so maybe show you on the back. There we go, show you on the back. I have alternated skeins on this, and you can't tell. I used the tutorial by Grace of Babel's Travelling Yarns podcast for the jogless join, or is it helical knitting, where you can alternate 2 skeins. These are my 2 skeins I've got going at the moment. You can alternate 2 skeins, and you can't see. You really, and it's magic. I swear it's magic. I am so grateful to Grace for putting that video up. It's so clear, and once you sit there with your knitting in front of you and you follow what she does, it makes it's so obvious, and I love it. And that's what I've been doing. I've been doing the jogless join, and it's just been fantastic. It's literally, it's magic. You can tell I'm enjoying it. It makes me not want to put this down, because it's so much fun to knit, the jogless join. So yes, so that's certainly something I'm going to be working on this week. I'm also making one for my friend Kelly as a sample in her yarn, and when I get her yarn I'm going to put this one on hold, because this is at the point now where I'm just going round. It's just a giant sock. Seriously, it's a giant sock at the moment, so I'm just going round and round and round in circles. So this is car knitting at the moment, so I can take this out with me if I want to. So I want to get hers done, and then I'm going on holiday the beginning of May, I figured I can actually, there's going to be lots of car journeys. I figured this would be a perfect car knitting project for that. So if I haven't got it finished by then, I will definitely use that as my car knitting project. So yeah, that's the Understated sweater by Locatelli from Interpretations number 6 in Stranded Dyeworks Flower Crown colourway. And I love it, absolutely love it. So much fun to knit. So that's that first whip. So my next whip is living in my lovely Easter egg bag, which I adore, and is my Easter mini egg socks. Now, a while ago, when I finished my other Easter socks, I jokingly said, you watch, Easter will be so hot, the last thing you'll want to wear is wool socks. Guess what? Here in the UK, we are having an Easter heat wave, which is unheard of. Whenever do we get a hot bank holiday weekend? And it's been roasting, absolutely roasting. So yeah, I was there where my scruffy dog stitch marker is, and I finished the first sock because I was like, I need to get these finished because I want to wear them for Easter. So I finished the sock, and then the heat wave hit, and that's as far as I got on the second sock. Yeah, the motivation kind of went. But this is the lovely yarn from Dragon Hill Studios self-striping in their mini egg colourway, and I will finish them. It's just I will probably wear them next Easter now. Confession time, because it is Easter Sunday. I have got my other Easter Scrappy sock project socks on at the moment. We'll see how long they last. I think I've taken some photos this morning of me wearing them, which I'll stick at the end of the podcast, but I think that might be the extent of me wearing them today. It'll be for the podcast. So yeah, I will get these finished, and you know, I cast on, so at least I will be able to car knit with them if I need something quick to grab. Yeah, so that, but it's a lovely, it's just such a fun colourway. I love the colour. It's proper mini eggs. I'm hoping there might be some of these in my future today. Diet really starts tomorrow. Well, possibly Tuesday. I may have an Easter egg to eat tomorrow. It definitely starts Tuesday. So yeah, that is my mini egg work in progress. My last work in progress that I've worked on this week is hanging out in my beautiful bag by Duckpool Lane, which I absolutely adore. It's so pretty. Such a pretty little bag. And this is a sock of my own design. And it will become very obvious why I'm knitting this sock now. It's a little shorty sock. Now, this is done in the set from Lay Family Yarns, which is Lay Family Yarns and Friends. And the friend in this is Fine Fish Yarns. So this is Lay Family Yarn and Fine Fish Yarns together. And it is a shorty sock with a little ruffle at the top. So this is my own design. If I ever get round to writing up the pattern, I will try and release it. But pretty little socks for summer. And I wear these a lot in the summer, little shorties like this. I do like them. Especially as I camp a lot, so, you know, you do need a little bit warmer feet. So that's sock one. Now, there is 6 colours in the set that comes from Lay Family Yarns, but I've only used 5 in the sock. So that's colour 1. I can't tell you whether this is Kelly or Terry's dyeing, whether it's Lay Family Yarn or Fine Fish, I can't remember. But that's colour number 1. That's colour number 2, and it goes into the heel, and it's got a garter stitch heel flap and gusset. That's colour number 3. The foot is colour number 4, and that's colour number 5 on the toe. And then colour number 6, I have started the second sock. So that's the first ruffle for colour number 6. So I'm looking forward to getting these done. I'll be honest, I think next week, other than my Understated, which I want to work on, it's mostly going to be little shorty socks, because I haven't got that many in my drawer, in my wardrobe. And I know I love them from last year, so I want to get loads of these done. not necessarily in my pattern, because I know Amy Stranded is running a Rose City Roller knit along, so I might do a couple of those as well because I really like her patterns. So that's Orange Knits. If you search Orange Knits on Ravelry, she does roll top mini socks. They're really pretty, so I might very well do a few of those as well. I've got a set coming from Woolly Goodness, which is a gradient set of rainbows, and I just think they'll make such pretty little socks, so I'm going to use that as well. So I think next week it's either going to be little, I want to get the second one of these done at least, but little scrappy socks and roller socks and my Understated. Plus I've also got I'm doing the knit along from the Periscoping Sisters, Mother's Legacy, and she's just dropped clue 3 on that, so I haven't done clue 2 yet. I need to get a move on, so I want to get that done as well. So yes, that's it for me this week from knitting. I'm sorry if that's a really boring week. So spinning, I can actually show you my progress on my spinning because it's not on my wheel at the moment. This is a bat from Siobhan's Crafts. As you can see, pretty crazy colours. Isn't that lovely? So that's my spinning's getting so much better. There's hardly any thick and thin on that at all now. So pleased with that. So that's a single from the bat. I've still got a lot of the bat left to spin, but I took it off the wheel because I'm processing a fleece from a friend of mine, and she keeps alpacas, and I've had this alpaca fleece for nearly a year now, and I've been kind of intimidated by it. I figured I'm just going to start. I'm just going to try a little bit, see where I go with it. So I've washed it, got it dry, I've carded it, and now I've spun a little bit of it, and it's actually spinning up okay. It's quite strong, it's soft, it's working quite well, much better than I thought I did, because I'd heard some dodgy things about spinning alpaca. I was a bit worried about it, but it seems to be working really well. So what I might do is ply it with something else, because it's plain white. I might ply it with something just to give it a little bit more structure. What I'd like to do is knit her a little shawl in it, so that she's got a shawl from her own alpacas, because I'm not sure whether she knits or not, but I don't think she does. So I want to try and knit her a little shawl in her alpaca. So that's what I'm working on, and that's what's on my wheel at the moment, so that's why I took this one off. But that's so pretty, isn't it? It's so much fun. I love it. So that's my spinning this week. So, mail this week. I have got a little cow from Toft. Now, I bought one of these for my daughter, and apparently I accidentally ordered 2, which I didn't mean to do. So I'm going to put this as a prize for one of our make-alongs. So if you're a crocheter and you win, you might very well get this one. So yeah, he's cute, isn't he? So that's going to go in my prize bin. I've literally just lost all of yarn. Yarn down! And it's undressing itself now as well. You see down here that my colour palette is very similar this week. So I got a gobstopper ball from Sweet Sparrow Yarns in the Fairy Fountain Magpie colourway, which is her 75-25% superwash nylon stellina. And you can see why I got it. It's so my colourway. So pretty. And that's her card. I love it. This is from the States. Didn't have to pay customs on this one. I think it was below the customs threshold because I only ordered the one. Can't guarantee that will happen if you order it, but it did for me. So pretty. And then my other stateside purchase, I did have to pay customs on this one. And I'm really sorry because this is going to crinkle, so if you don't like crinkling, turn your sound down. Have you turned it down? Okay. I don't want to take it out of the packet, is the only problem. So this is from Toad Hollow. There we go. And it's supposed to be for the Lost in Time crochet shawl. Well, I can't crochet, but I love these colours, and I'm fairly certain I'm going to make a shawl out of it. But it will be a knitted shawl, not a crocheted one. In fact, I know I'm going to make a shawl out of it. And it's 100 gram skein, and then these ones are all 50 grams. And absolutely love it. So the green, the big one, is Lallybrook. The blue there is Fergus. The pink is Sassenach. This is the point at which you wish you hadn't started this. The grey is Speckle Culloden, and the purple is Wild Mountain Thyme. So that is all Outlander references, and I'm big into Outlander at the moment. I've been enjoying Outlander. So isn't that pretty? I love that colour. As I said, you can there's a definite theme to my purchases this week, isn't there? I definitely have a colour palette. So yeah, that's it. Right, you can turn your volume back up now. I've put that one down. And I'm obviously having a bit of a week of TV programs, because my next purchase is all Game of Thrones themed, which is not really surprising. Big Game of Thrones fan, and of course it's back this week. So this is from Down Sheepy Lane. This is her smooth socks, 75/25 merino nylon, and this is Ghost, which of course is a direwolf. This is from her direwolf pack. That's Ghost. So this all came as a kit, and then you've got the direwolf mini bundle, which are all named after the direwolves in the programme. I'm not even going to try and work out which one's which, I have to say. That's so pretty. So that, with that, would make a lovely shawl. So that's at least 2 shawls I've got today. And then this one is for the Throne bundle. Again, they're all named after the characters: the Night King, Daenerys, Cersei, Jon Snow and Tywin, but I wouldn't like to try and guess which one's which. Although I'm guessing the blue is probably the Night King, bearing in mind the colour of the eyes. So yeah, that's Down Sheepy Lane. And again, this is a 75/25 merino nylon. So pretty. So that's my purchases this week. So even my purchases are thin on the ground this week, aren't they? Oh, and this came with it, which is a little keyring, which I have to keep away from my daughter, otherwise she will nick. I like that, my little wolf set. So yes, so that's my purchases this week. I wanted to keep this one brief. Looks like I'm going straight on to life, actually. Life this week. Well, a lot of the life this week was getting this finished. My Penguono. I've got photos of me wearing this. I'll put those at the end. I'm not sure whether I mentioned that. Oh, do you know what? I've just realised I've forgotten to show my Cozy Memory blanket. The only reason I said that is because I know there's a photo of this going in at the end of the week. I haven't shown it. That's my Cozy Memory blanket. And I am in the middle of a square because, you know, why not? Why not be in the middle of a square? There's some irony to this square as well, which I'll explain in a minute. So let me get this down. So these are the squares I've done this week. It's growing, it's so big now I can't possibly get it in the frame. So my squares this week are Hedgerow Yarns from her Easter mini set. Another one, same, and that one, and that one. This one's Woolly Goodness. This one's from a pair of socks I knit my daughter and I can't remember the name of. And that, which is the one I'm on, which is really pretty, is Down Sheepy Lane. And Easter last year, Debbie from Down Sheepy Lane does little eggs with little minis inside, and I got myself a set and my daughter's hid them around the house for me to have an Easter egg hunt. And that is the first one I've knit so far from that. So apparently I'm about a year behind on all the minis that I've bought. So, and I just literally stuck my hand in my bag. I've got a bag of minis. I just stick my hand in the bag and pulled one out, and that's what came out. And I thought, well, that's quite funny this morning. So I need to get that one finished. So yeah, that's what I'm up to today. So yeah, sorry about that. Completely forgot to show that. And that lives in my lovely big bag from Busy Pottering, and she's definitely still got some of these in her shop. I don't know if she's got any of these size, but she's certainly got this print, which I love that print. So yeah, so that's Miss Cozy Memory Blanket. And now going into life this week. Yeah, as I said, mostly knitting on this and my Understated. I had a bit of reduced knitting time on Friday. Now normally Friday I have my day off work. I only work 4 days a week. Friday's my day off, and I tend to be a bit selfish on a Friday, and I tend to knit and kind of not do much and just wind down before the weekend. But this week, because it was Good Friday, it was bank holiday here in the UK, and we decided that we would get a skip. And a skip, if you don't know what a skip is because you're not in the UK, is kind of a giant container where you can throw rubbish in and then someone comes and takes it away for you. You do have to pay a lot of money for it, but it's a good way if you want a giant clear out of getting rid of the stuff easily. And so we were going to do this time last Easter, and last Easter it was awful. The weather was so bad. It was really wet, really rainy and really cold, so we decided not to do it. So it's taken us a whole year to get around to doing it again. And it just so happens that we're all at home, so we could get it done. And that's what we had. We had the skip delivered on Thursday, and we started filling it Thursday evening, and by Friday evening it was full. But all day Friday we were just clearing out. So I didn't really knit on Friday, I just cleared out. But it's good, it's a good feeling, and our garden looks so much better for it. We've still got builder's rubble out of there from when we had our extension done in 2011. So it needs to get done. So that's what we've been doing. So yesterday, in the order of clearing out our garden, one of the things that we had to get rid of was our wooden garden table, because it had literally, somebody leant on the side of it and fell through it because it just disintegrated, which was great because that was the place I used to take all my finished object photos. I was like, I don't really want it to go, but it does need to go. It's falling apart literally. So we got rid of the garden table. So yesterday we went out on search of buying a new garden table. Now we just needed the table, we didn't need chairs. We've got perfectly good chairs, there's nothing wrong with the chairs, we just needed the table. The difficulty it is trying to get a garden table without chairs. So 3 different shops later we finally found a couple of tables, which are smaller tables, but we could put them together because they matched. So that's what we did. We bought 2 smaller tables. So and it's got sort of a glass top, so no idea if that's going to take photos or not. I think it might reflect too much, but I may just have to find myself a piece of distressed wood. So that was yesterday. Today is Easter Sunday. My girls, even though my youngest is 18, still enjoy an Easter egg hunt. And it's done with clues, so they have to go and solve the clues to find the eggs. So I've done all the clues, I just need to sort out the eggs and hide them all today, and that's what we'll be doing today, and we're going to have a barbecue later. And yeah, then finally, obviously we're having a heat wave in the UK. Oh really, I'm not ready for the hot weather yet. It's gorgeous, don't get me wrong, it's really pretty, and you know, it's lovely sitting outside in the sun, but last night when we went to go to bed, we've got an attic extension and it really retains the heat, and it was absolutely baking. I was like, oh, I'm not ready for this yet. I could, you know, I could still do with cold nights. Having said that, we slept with the windows wide open and the fan on full speed, and it was absolutely freezing when we woke up this morning, so perhaps it's not that warm at night yet. But yeah, that's it. That's it from me this week. I've hopefully got a quieter week coming up. Oh, I said that last time and it was awful, wasn't it? Maybe I shouldn't say that. I have a normal week coming up next week. Obviously only 3 days at work because Monday is a bank holiday too. I'm looking forward to a day off tomorrow. I'm not planning on doing anything. I want a day knitting in the garden if it's nice. That'll be lovely. So yeah, I hope you're all having a good weekend wherever you are. I hope to see you next week. Take care. Bye.